With FC26 finally coming out, we need to talk about something: international management and the lack of teams to play with, or really overall the lack of enjoyability that this mode has had, especially in career mode. And this has been a problem for a while, as in recent FIFAs or EA Sports games, the lack of teams has really impacted the game. It's gone all the way down to 29 teams in EA Sports FC25. And well, that can really impact the game in career mode, and even in tournament mode, where you don't even have enough teams to complete a full World Cup. And most of the teams are European teams. There's one CONCACAF team, well actually two. One team from CONMEBOL, and a couple teams from Asia, and well, there's New Zealand of course, but many of these teams are missing. There's such big teams like Australia, Japan, South Korea, many Asian teams, and of course Brazil, Uruguay, or Colombia. I mean, tell me how many teams participate in the Euros, Gold Cup, Copa America, AFC Asian Cup, and Africa Cup of Nations. Over 100. But in the latest version of EA Sports FC, and even dating back all the way to FIFA 22, the number of national teams has drastically dropped down to below 30. The lack of options really limits the amount of fun you can have, like taking Nigeria to World Cup, Indonesia to AFC Asian Cup, or Honduras to Gold Cup. The possibilities would be limitless, but we really don't have the option for that. And we'll ask you how I would fix this is I would add unlicensed teams. Even if you can't play as them, you can still play as the team in the tournament, since the unlicensed teams will be able to fill up the tournament spots, and that would be amazing. But now we move on to another one of the problems, and that's the stat tracking, as there really is no stat tracking in tournament mode or career mode. But nah, this actually sucks a lot, especially because in club manager mode you can actually track all your stats for your players, even down to the red cards and yellow cards. And even though it's not the most in-depth system, it will add a lot to international management, as you know, simply being able to track your top score would be amazing. And really, due to a small amount of teams, I think it would be really easy to implement even the historical top scorer, as you really only have to code this for like 29 teams. And now, as far as I can remember, back even in FIFA 23, there's no stats that you can look at for players besides attributes. And the screen is very bland and overall makes it very boring to even try to immerse yourself into the national team atmosphere. And that's going to be another topic covered in this video. But as for the stats, I would just add normal stat tracking like how you do in club mode, I guess. And the closest thing we have to a stat tracker is being able to select the squad they're going to call up. And well, this is honestly the most in-depth part about international management, and it's really sad, as choosing your own players is, pretty fun, but besides that, what do you do besides play the games? Nothing much, really. I mean, tactics don't even matter that much in the game itself, so it's really just like a shell of international management, I would say. And the topic of stat tracking in international mode, we can also go to the friendlies, and well, the friendlies are really the only thing you get to play into the World Cup or the Euros if you get lucky and you're managing a European team. But you can't really track the results by any means or any way. Like, there really is no depth in that mode either, in that specific part of international management, I would say. So that's something to fix. And another part of managing an international team, especially the big ones like Argentina and England, are having the pressure of a whole country on your back. Imagine managers like Gareth Southgate, Lionel Scaloni, what if they got knocked out in the group stages of the World Cup? How would the media perceive them after that? Would any club even want them? They'll probably get sacked from the England national job, or the Argentina national job, or really any job they would have had at that point if they failed to meet their objectives, and their reputation would go down. But in the game, that really does not matter at all for some reason. It really, really makes the game really shallow, and it, just makes it unenjoyable once again, I guess. So they really need to fix the reputation in the game that you get once you get a job offer from an international team, or do really great or do really bad. For example, you win the Champions League and you're playing the Premier League or managing the Premier League, then you should get called up for that squad or given the job specifically for that England national team. So I feel like really the mode itself needs a lot of revamping. I hope that FC26 really fixes this. But well, that was it for this under 5 minutes I guess review of international management. And once again, I hope that you liked the video. I hope that you subscribe.